thing smells really good. This is a Fratello cigar. It's a small little guy, a little bit smaller than a Corona size cigar. It's probably somewhere in the 30s on a ring gauge, a little less than 4 inches, maybe 4 inches right at the mark. Um, I can't remember the exact model of cigar this is, and I can't find it on the website either. So maybe it's brand new. Fratello is a relatively new brand. It's Italian for brother. Pretty cool. Um, so I think we're gonna cut this thing, light it, give it a shot, and I'll tell you what I think. Come have a smoke with me. Problem number one, the cap on this thing is tiny. So a punch, even the small punch built into the lighter, it's too big. I should have punched that out with, I don't know, a push pin. I mean, that's, that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna get some tobacco in my mouth here a little bit, but I'll just be careful. Right after light up, man, it doesn't hold any punches back. Um, it's a very strong cigar for the size. It's complex, it's rich, notes of leather, wood, um, complex wood. I would say a multiple wood flavor, kind of like an oak, cedar, almost like a burnt wood taste. Um, Very rustic flavor. Really good smoke too. It's a medium body smoke. I think in a still air environment, like in a enclosed room or a nice lounge, you would probably be able to blow some really nice smoke rings with this. It's a little on the thick side. It burns fast. Um, I've had it lit less than 4 minutes, 5 minutes the most, and we've already got significant ash. It's a very tight ash. It smokes quick. It burns fairly hot. The burn line isn't exactly even, but you don't expect that. This is a very veiny wrapper. This is not a Maduro, but it is something similar. It's not quite that dark and that complex. The draw is about a medium. It's not an easy draw, it's not a tight draw. Just about average, really. And for its size, it's nice. A lot of these small ones tend to be tighter wrapped, I find. So they tend to have a real stiff draw. The finish is really nice. It's almost not even there. There's almost no pepper. The secondhand smoke, it's nice. Nothing to write home to mama about. It's not very aromatic. This isn't gonna be one mistaken for a pipe at all. Darn thing went missing. Had a cigarette butt in it. My kid sister was here. A little bit. Ah, blind. Little Fratello. Little brother. I think that's a perfect name for this small size. These are about $4. They're small, they're inexpensive, they smoke on the quick side. This is about a 25 to 30 minute smoke at the most, if you smoke it slow. If you smoke it cold, like I do sometimes. How's it mix with coffee? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. This is a great short smoke to enjoy with your coffee, especially a strong coffee. So, in Italian, this little Fratello is the like little brother, and I like it for that. That's really cool. It's getting a little woodier. Not quite halfway through, pretty close. I like it. I don't love it. I don't love it, but I like it. If you were to get a box of these, cost you 80, 90 bucks. These are great little cigars when you want something quick. Maybe you want something to share with somebody. Maybe you want something a little different, a little conversation piece. Share this with somebody that just popped over for a moment, and then you get on the topic of cigars. And you're like, have you ever tried those little Fratello brothers? I'm calling it the little Fratello brother. I honestly don't know what they call these things. Nah. You know, in every review, I try to blow a smoke ring. I don't talk about it every time, but I do try to do it. One downside of the low budget back porch cigar review, can't always do what you want. It's not even particularly breezy out here. It doesn't matter. This is a screen porch. Or as we say in the South, a screened in porch. And it has just a natural airflow that is really the death of a smoke ring. You need very still air, very contained air in order to blow a proper smoke ring. It's almost time to take that band off. What do you think? All right, time to take off the band, definitely. I really dig the band because it's an unusual shape and it makes a neat visual appeal when it's sitting there in the box, in your humidor or at the shop. Surprisingly, even though I busted up the cap when I punched a hole in it, after a few initial bits of tobacco, it stayed pretty clean. Definitely getting a little stronger. Not much. If you're looking to try darker cigars, stronger cigars, you want to get away from maybe what you started with. If you're moving beyond that and you want to try something a little darker, a little richer, a little stronger, these are actually a pretty good thing to try because they're inexpensive, they're quick. If you don't like it, you're not out that much time or money, and you learn something new. So that's always a benefit. This thing has to be smoked relatively persistently. If I let it go more than about 45 seconds without a puff, that next puff doesn't produce a lot of smoke. It burns hot if you burn it, but it will burn cool if you get lazy with it or if you're just talking a lot. We're definitely down now to the last third. What do we think? Everyday excellent. I'd say yes, but on the low end. Would I travel to find these? No. I think there's a lot of little cigars like this. Fuente makes some. Romeo and Juliet makes some. This is along that line, but maybe even a little better in flavor. It's rich, it's woody, leathery. You might find a little coffee note in there. I think that's why it pairs so well with coffee, especially towards the end. It's getting better and better with the coffee. This is really an enjoyable cigar. I think this is going to be 8.6. Yep, 8.6. I wouldn't travel for it. Anything 9.5 and above is a the unicorn level, right? That's the kind you look for them. You go out of state to find them if you have to. Just to make sure it's lit well at the end, so I don't get a crappy draw or crappy smoke. I am going to touch it up. I probably could stoke it back just by smoking on it real hard, but you don't always get a good flavor that way. Sometimes just adding a little fire will help at the end. You gotta be careful not to, if you're using a torch like I do, not to take your eyebrows off or a piece of your beard. I didn't get much out of that. I'm starting to feel a little like Snoop Dogg. Puff, puff, pass. Or Cat Williams. Look him up. That's hot. Starting to get a little of that zip on the lip. I still don't know exactly what causes that. I think it's the heat of the cigar. When you're puffing on it and it's hot right here, it just burns a little bit, but it feels good. It's almost like a strong mint. Before the sun totally blinds me, destroys my retinas, I think I'm gonna call it and let it die with dignity right about there. The Fratello, for lack of a better term, little brother. Great little smoke, everyday smoke. You can smoke it while mowing the lawn. You can sit back and relax. This is not a contemplator. I don't think. You don't sit here and let it go and look at it and wonder about the mysteries of the universe. It smokes a little too fast. The nicotine on it, the hit is definitely medium plus. Fairly strong cigar. Not gonna knock your socks off. Not gonna pepper bomb you. Little zip on the lip at the end. It's an active cigar. You definitely got to keep smoking it or it will go out. But that's all part of the experience. And on certain cigars, they're worth that. And this is definitely one of those. You get the reward of really good flavor. Even at the nub, it's still a really good smoke. 8.6. See if you got these in your humidor at your favorite shop. Thanks for having a smoke with me. Come back and see me next time.